How's it going, everyone? This is a short video on how to calculate the standard deviation in Excel. So we have some data right here, some numbers. They're in order here, smallest to largest, just to make it easier to look at. They don't have to be in order to do this. So here's how you calculate the standard deviation. Now there's two standard deviations. There's the population standard deviation, and there's the sample standard deviation. Okay, now I won't go through specifically what they are, what the difference between the two of them is. I won't do that in this video. I have a separate video on that, and I'll put the link to that video in the description of this one. Generally speaking, the standard deviation is a measure of how widespread the data points are. And depending on whether you're working with a sample of the data or the entire data set, which would be the population, the formula for standard deviation is a little bit different, and the number is going to be a little bit different. So for the population standard deviation, the function in Excel is stdev.p. Okay, the P stands for population. Open bracket, and just click and drag the data that you want the population standard deviation of, and the coordinates showing the opposite corners of that data area will appear. Alternatively, you can just type in those coordinates, right? So in our case, it's B3:B19, and make sure you close the bracket at the end and hit enter. And that is the population standard deviation. Again, the function name there was stdev.p. Now for the sample standard deviation, very similar. It equals and then stdev.s. The S stands for sample. And again, you can click and drag over the data set that you want the sample standard deviation of, or you can just type in the coordinates of the opposite corner cells from top left to bottom right. And in our case, that's just top cell and bottom cell because we only have one column. Close bracket and hit enter. And that gives you the sample standard deviation. And I'm just going to reduce the number of decimal places there. And again, that function was stdev.s. So that is how you calculate the standard deviation of a set of data in Excel. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you next time.